Hello, I'm Otto and welcome to episode 15 of my Factorio post-novice guide. So in the last episode we did a bunch. We set up some steam into water to feed our coal liquefaction. We set up some plastic so that we could start working on red circuits, and we ended up having enough time to put some red circuits down. Some advanced circuits. So we made a build for that. I also said I would off-screen just set up some mining for this. You've seen mining setups, you know how this works. You just fill it up, you give it power, you set up, in this case, a belt balancer. This is a 5-to-1 belt balancer. And I have all of this feeding into one belt to help supply the plastic, and I have a priority input left on this. We also started to set this guy up. So this is what we're going to start with in this episode, but we're also going to be making some metallurgic science. We're going to have a metallurgic science build here, and we are also going to kind of identify maybe like where we need to have it placed, because I also want to set some rockets up that are completely dedicated to the metallurgic science. So let's start with this. We need some molten iron, so that is easy enough to bring in. That is this guy here. And we need a requester chest. We're going to copy and paste here, and that will bring in some things that we need. I will probably at some point set up actually, I don't even think I need a parameterized blueprint for this, because there's not that much that can be made in the foundry that we will need to parameterize or to have set up like this. Most of this stuff will be like dedicated, like this will have some kind of this will have some kind of like bot section. Actually, we might as well just go ahead and stamp that down here. You know what? Let's do that too. Oh, this actually needs the pipes. All right. All this needs is molten iron for the pipes. This is easy enough. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, let's limit this. So enable if big mining drill is less than, we'll just do the same as the foundries, 200. We had this 200, right? 200. Okay, so one thing that you should know about this too is, since we're, oh, no. I want quality. One thing that you should know about the quality is this is 200, like this is enabled for 200 regular big mining drills. If we had 199, it would create a second one, and if that second one was a rare, we still only have 199. So then it would craft another one. So what that means is that over time, I mean, foundries is probably a bad example, but over time, what will end up happening is with an item that moves fast, or that we use a lot of, like let's say, I don't know, power poles. We use quite a bit of power poles, substations, you know, big electric power poles or big electric poles. At some point, it is statistically inevitable that if you continue to use them, your quality items will continue to fill up these empty spaces until you can no longer produce any of the regular ones, because all the rest of them are filled by quality. And that kind of is more so the case when we get better ranks of quality. Right now we can only make green quality and blue quality, or the uncommon and the rare. So that, whoa. What? We already have 2 of these? That is actually insane. Wow. Okay. So that is something to note with putting quality into items like this, is at some point you really need to use these quality items, and we are probably going to use some of these sooner rather than later. Anyways, we were setting this up. So how many this is going to produce 6 per second. That's a lot. I think the fast inserter is just going to be good enough to cover that. So let's set a limit on this. We want to enable if pipe is less than, I mean, we can make it fast, so just even having it limited to 100 is not that big of a deal. This will need to then feed into, we'll need to feed into these because these also need pipes. We can also limit that one and this one. Filter. We can do the same thing. We can say 100. Now, you could be tempted to remove the 200 from here and the 125 from here. Actually, it might actually be better if we match what we have requested in, because we do not want to remove from this Volcano Supplies. We might potentially rename this later to not be Volcano Supplies, but like say Planetary Supplies. And we don't want it to be requesting in if we have the ability to craft here. So let's just make this able to craft up to 200. This one was 250. So that way, chances are it will never hit the 1/3 mark to request in more items. That's just wild. I can't believe we started off with 2 rares. It might have had some crafted before that, but to have 2 rares so early is pretty crazy. Okay, so anyways, we need to make some, actually we need some rockets. So we're going to parameterize some rockets. I personally like to just use up as much space as we can. When things look nice, it's nice, but sometimes you just got to fill the space. So you might have something like this. Let's just put that down, and you might have something like this on the other side. I just, whatever works. Because at the end of the day, once we place these, we're probably never going to look at them again. We might look over and see, okay, well, what kind of quality items do we actually have in here? Wow, 4 of these too. That's crazy. I was just looking at this. Of course, we saw that we had 4, but still to have 2 of these right off the, wow. Okay. So I'm going to make some rockets with the parameterized blueprint. Yeah, we'll just start it there. And we should have most of these materials on the planet. Our poor logistics bots, what are they doing? Oh, they're coming to remove stuff from my inventory. That's what they're doing. Okay. I'm going to remove this. We do not need that filter there because these guys should be getting their, yes, they are getting their tungsten carbide from here and not getting it from down here. Well, I mean, they might be getting it from down here. Okay, we're so tearing this down soon. This is going to drive me insane. I do not want this up here. We will need to have the steam continue on because this is our power supply right now. We do have this dinky little solar panel and accumulator setup. This is very minor amounts of power compared to what is going on over here. And I want to fill this whole area with, let's say, at least potential power. Oh, I gotta upgrade these two. I think I said that last episode. Anyways, moving along, we need to get some science. Okay, so the key focus of this episode was going to be metallurgic science. I would like to have some rockets set up dedicated specifically for that. So I kind of have an idea. So we're going to use the builds that we have from Novice, at least 2 of them, to bring in our materials over here. So that would look something like this. If I used the blue circuits, which I've upgraded to assembler rank 3 and the blue quality, or the, sorry, not blue quality, blue logistics, we are going to use, where did it go? We're going to use that. And I'm going to horizontally flip it so they are going in the opposite direction. And this is going to dictate where our build goes. So that is going to be our blue circuits. Next to the blue circuits was the LDS, which is also upgraded. Horizontally flip for this one. Wait, what? Okay, whatever. I don't know what I did on Novice, but... Oh, okay. I see what I did there. I think I was leaving room for this, for the rocket fuel to go through here, but I ended up... whatever. Okay, anyways, you get the idea. Oh, look, hey, we have these built now. I also just thought of why this is a bad idea. Oh, no. I'm going to have all of these going elsewhere for the rockets. Alright, maybe this was not the best idea. I should have maybe had them going in the same direction over here and just had these set up for logistics. That's exactly what we're going to do. Okay. Changing your mind on the fly. Let's go. So that means we are going to have a rocket, let's say here. Leaving room for a beacon. Oh, almost. That is fine. That is not a big deal. So we are going to have our orange science come through this way. Our metallurgic science. And then these will need power at some point, so we can probably just do something like this. Works for me. Okay, so that is... We're going to have 4 dedicated rocket silos to our metallurgic science. So let's take a look at metallurgic science and see what we need. So this creates 0.6 per second. So if we try to match what we have on Novice... We're actually not going to match exactly what we have on Novice. So let's take a look at the red. Let's look at, yeah, red. We set this up for rank 2 assemblers. And this was 10. They were creating 1.5 per second each. Or sorry, 0.15 per second each. Now they are creating 0.25 per second each. So as a total, this was creating 1.5. Now it is creating 2.5 per second. If we look at the green, this is creating 0.2 per second. This is 12 and 24. So this would be 4. sorry, at 2.4 per second. We are going to prep as if we were making double these. So instead of aiming for 2.5, we're going to aim for 5 per second. And instead of aiming for 4.8, sorry, 2.4 per second, we're going to aim for 4.8. So using the math on that, if we have a foundry that is making 0.6 per second, we would need 8 of these to get us to 4.8 per second. And then the ingredients are pretty easy. We only need tungsten carbide and tungsten plate, as well as molten iron. I'm going to leave 3 slots back here just in case we wanted to add some beacons. I kind of already messed us up on the beacons, but you know what? We can just... We have bots. They can do some work. We're going to pull this back. We got nothing but space. Let's just pull this way back. Sure. Works for me. Okay, so now we're gonna have copper, molten copper is gonna come through somewhere over here. Let's just say there. And then it will be allowed to continue on. So we need an output line. And we need an input line for something branching off over here. So how many do we need for each one? We need 1.2 and 0.8. That's basically nothing. At least as far as movement goes, as far as logistics goes. So we can have one go here. And the other can come out here. And then they will both be allowed to continue on. The tungsten carbide we still need for speed module rank 3. And the tungsten steel plate, I can't get over it. I can't get over the tungsten steel versus tungsten plate. Like, that's just, I'm forever gonna call it steel. I can't do plate. Like, it's just, oh, whatever. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna have lots of that coming in. We can take this and just copy and vertically flip. Connect those, and then we just need connections. So we need output here, input here, and then longhand for input, output, output, input, 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 output, output. Now we just need power. So if we don't need these two. Works for me. So unlike Novice, where we have these buffers, we don't need the buffers. Like, even now, you can see we're kind of having a hard time eating up all of this. Like, we still have tons in storage, and we're only moving, like, these aren't moving that fast. So once we double up on, well, I could double up on these, but, and I'm also using speed modules in these. Later on, we will be using productivity modules because it will be a lot more worth it. We will not have the ability to bank this up. Anyways, we are not going to be buffering anything over here because these will basically act as buffers. Once the rocket silos have launched their loads to the space platform, they will continue to fill up after, thanks to the inserters that we have here. So they are a buffer. They hold 1,000 each, so this is 4,000. That is effectively a buffer, so we do not need any kind of a buffer here. Okay, so is there anything else that I want to do real quick? I guess we could... I already started to set them down, so I might as well go ahead and drop these. Using the same kind of idea, I want to dodge the power poles. And I did say we might be using a different build for the rocket fuel, and I definitely think we will be using a different build. So I am not going to make a rocket fuel build. Excuse me. Oh, come on. Okay, all right. What? No, 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 no. No, abort, 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 abort. No, sorry. That was totally my bad. Sorry, bots. There. It's a good thing the bots don't get mad, because that would have been... They'd be like, really? You kidding me? Alright, and then whatever rocket fuel build we make. I mean, we're 21 minutes into this. We've got some time. I think we will have enough time. So, we kind of know what we need. We need solid fuel, which we're going to get from petroleum gas. We need an assembler making the actual rocket fuel, which needs solid fuel. Uh-oh. Yeah, that'll work. So we will have petroleum gas coming in, let's say, like this. For the solid fuel. No, no, no. No, 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 no. These make 1 per second. These may... Okay, these need 0.83. It was... Okay, it used to be different. It was almost a... It was almost a 1 of these for every 2 of these, but okay. This is actually going to be fine. It's okay if these overproduce. Not a big deal. And then our light oil can just be fed in from here. These guys will have inserters. And then an export, which we will have... do I want it to go along the front? Yeah, why not? And we can have one of the gases coming in here. The light oil coming in there, and then the petroleum gas coming in here. They do not interfere with each other. That is great and preferable. And then output in this direction. Nice. Nailed it. even better. Get some extra bang for our buck. I don't remember how many of these we actually needed. I'm really not too concerned with ratios at the moment. We are making less than both of these. I thought something was wasn't something matched up? Oh, we have productivity. We have productivity on this guy here. So this one was probably matched up, but now we have low density productivity. We will have rocket fuel productivity at some point too. All right, so let's copy all of this. Vertically flip. So this was 8, so this is 16. This is what, 6, 24? Do I want to double? Yeah, we'll double up. Why not? What's it going to do, right? It's not going to hurt anything. And we need to figure out some power. So we're going to have power kind of offset. Like this. It's not going to work here. Well, like, honestly, let's go here. Okay. I could worry more about these being connected. But as long as we're using the city block, then that should be fine. Okay, so this was petroleum gas. This one was light oil. That's going to be a problem. Note to self, next time I set this up, do not have light oil and petroleum gas close to each other. I'm going to split those up. See, these are the kind of things that you learn over time. You get used to doing certain things a certain way. I can't even put that there. Oh, really? There. That could have been bad. All right, so let's take a look at our liquids over here. So we have lots of petroleum gas. These guys are just pumping away. This is us double checking our work. Yeah, look at that coal. They are just mowing through that coal. And we have rocket fuel. Nice. I didn't set any of these up, but that's okay. We will do that in the next episode. And we are also going to set up some rockets. I don't know, probably over here, obviously. It's so nice once you get things automated like the cliff explosives. Like, we never have to worry about it. Like, we're just going to use them and they're just going to be there eventually. Two of these and 9 of these. Man, I still can't believe we got 2 of those. Okay, anyways. That is going to be it for me for this episode. If you have been enjoying my content, well, you know what to do. If you would like to access my blueprints, join the Discord. I give them out freely. We have lots of people that have joined, I assume most for the blueprints, and you know what, that's not a big deal. I did that because it felt like people were just clicking on the video just to get blueprints. You know what, and if you just want the blueprints, you don't want to watch the video, that's fine. Join the Discord and there you go. Otherwise, if you enjoy watching, then I don't want anyone to do anything that they don't want to do. If they want to watch the whole video, go right ahead. If you want to skim through it, I put the timestamps along the bar down here. Yeah, anyways, in the next episode, I believe we are okay, so we're working on LDS and blue circuits. Blue circuits, we are going to have to, at some point, add these to... I might just make a second blue circuits build. Maybe we can do blue circuits over here. I like having one dedicated to the rocket. Let's just put it that way. And I don't think that we're going to need much LDS for anything here. No, we do not need the LDS for anything. Oh, I forgot oh no, I forgot we can craft it with this. Maybe we'll redo the LDS. Because this is going to be way better. I can't believe I forgot that. That's such an important recipe, especially late game, and especially for quality later, if you know what I mean. Anyways, so let's think about that. We'll change up this LDS build. We will maybe add on a blue circuit build here so that we can have something dedicated for the rockets and something dedicated for not rockets. We are... Oh, you know what else I didn't do? Man. Did not add this to the belt, or to the main bus. Anyways, that is not a big deal. We can take care of this in the next episode, and that's easy enough. If you guys want to go ahead and do that, it would be somewhere right here. Okay. That is going to be it for me for this episode. Next episode, we're going to dabble with LDS, maybe some blue circuits. If we get those done quick enough, maybe we can start working on our green logistics, our turbo belts. Turbo? What are those things called? Turbo. Yes. Okay, so that is going to be it for me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.